Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Madam 81. I'm coming to you again. This video was spur of the moment. Just had to clarify some things because, as we all know, when you say certain stuff in people chats, people tend to misunderstand and misconstrue it. And then by the time it gets to the 10th or 11th person, it's totally not what you said. Now, this video is going to be based on a mod that was in Beauty by Joyce's chat by the name of Mo, and may I state for the record, I have no personal hard feelings with this young lady. I don't know this lady. We never talked, but I subscribe to her channel anyway, and I even liked her video. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But let me start from the beginning, when it was basically X April had did a video, and she put one of Goddess's other mods in the video, which was Distinctly Dree. Now, Distinctly Dree went on her platform and made her own video. Okay. Fast forward a little bit, Goddess had did a live. It was a really long live. We was up for a couple of hours on there just chilling, talking about different stuff. Not just April, we was talking about a whole range of things. Anybody who was in the chat know and understand what actually went on because they were in the live with us. I'm not going to go into detail about it because for what? I'm just going to stick to the point. So I pulled up a video with X April, and at this time, like 2 days had passed, and I pulled up a video with X April when she had got arrested. And because we was looking back and forth, and we was like, well, somebody came in the chat and said, oh, well, yeah, they over at X April's, video and such, this, that, and the third, and said, they was bone currying, bone currying, this, that, and the third, going back over there, just stating incorrect stuff that was not being said. Basically, what was told to X April when she should have been paying attention to the road and making sure that her headlights was on, because that's why the police initially stopped her, because her headlights were out or wasn't on. And she paying attention to Natasha. Yeah, I think that what it was, but I'm gonna clarify. I'm gonna drop the screenshot in the video, so don't worry about that. You'll see where she went over there to ask April and talking about, oh, they talking about catching flights to fight. Nobody ever said they was catching no flight to fight. It would be a waste of time to even get so angry as to put her on my mind for longer than 2 to 5 minutes at a time. Like, I don't watch this girl, but this girl always got somebody's name in her mouth. She's talked about God, and she's talked about Distinctly Dree, and she referred to us as sons, which is really disrespectful because, like I said, I don't deal with this X April. I don't know this girl. I don't, I think I commented on her channel, and this was a while ago on her channel or whatnot, and it was on some agree to disagree, much like Dree. As far as I know, Goddess never commented on her channel, period. But she took it upon herself and she wanted to call us sons. And when she did her other video, this is before she got arrested. And then when someone replies to her, oh, it's bullying and all this and all that. So anyway, the girl Natasha Bradley went over there and told X April, oh, they talking about catching flights to fight. So instead of April doing a responsible thing and watching the road and making sure that her car was in order, and her tags were in order, she wanted to talk about, oh, how they gonna catch flights to fight? They can't even catch flights for a vacation. And as I said before, honey, what do you know is in my wallet? Fair point. So, basically, fast forward, the girl Shakira came in there, and she's been in our chats on many occasions, this, that, and the third, and you know, she's just been in our chats. So it's not like we haven't been used to saying her name. We've said hi to her. We try to speak to, as a mod on Goddess channel, we try to speak to everybody, you know, show respect and love to everybody that comes in there, because we're doing the hashtag no crabs in the barrel movement. So we clearly see while we're watching the video that Shakira is in the video commenting underneath of the chat or the comment section and stuff like that. Well, yeah, in the live video. So she comes in Goddess chat, and just at that time, we was addressing the fact, I believe, that Natasha Bradley was a bone carrier, and she going over there in line, starting stuff, and this, that, and the third. Because she was just in our chat. This was the thing. She was just in Goddess chat. We seen her, we talked to her, you know, all of that. So we know that she was in there, and when we watched the video, the replay back of the live, we seen her go over there and actually ask April that we was supposed to be catching flights to fight and all of this crazy stuff, when that was never the case. In fact, when that was said, we were talking about something else, because before that we had went into like several other sub conversations and stuff with the chat and all of us involved. So we was not talking about Ask April. Let's be clear on that. So as we watching the video or whatnot, we had paused the video. Shakira came in there, and rightfully so, we was talking about her being a bone carrier, and you know, was we dragging Natasha for being a bone carrier? Yes. Because if you wanted the same people to be like, oh, you know, you shouldn't be fighting and you shouldn't be fussing and this is a waste of energy and this, that, and third, but yet you go over there to Ask April and you tell her this, knowing that it's a bald-faced lie, knowing that it could cause problem, knowing that she coming for Goddess anyway, you're being a bone carrier. And Shakira came in the chat and asked, she was like, you know, oh my God, I can't believe this, oh my God, because we was like, rightfully so, we was going in on fucking Natasha Bradley, so for being a bone carrier, and that's it, that's all. Not because we don't like her, it's because we don't like that fuck shit that she was doing when she was bone carrying. So she acting all shocked and bewildered and this, that, and the third. Like, I didn't say anything, Leah didn't say anything, and Goddess didn't say anything. The only person that addressed her in the chat was Distinctly Dre. And Distinctly Dre asked her a question. She wasn't rude, she wasn't nasty, she wasn't vulgar, she wasn't none of this stuff that Shakira claiming that, oh, we jumped her or whatever the case, whatever she telling other people. It wasn't none of that. Basically, she was asking her a question like 10, maybe 15 minutes and went past. And you know, she had asked the question. Now, what we did see, or what I did see, because I can't speak for everybody else, but what I seen was that, you know, Shakira, she talked to Deanna Irvin, she talked to a couple of other people that was in the chat, but she would not address Dre. And then pretty much after that time, I surmised that Dre was getting frustrated because she was not answering her questions. So Dre took it upon herself to, you know, remove Shakira. and she was upset. I don't know. You have to ask her, but that's what I see. For me, moderating in the chat. But other than that, nobody else said anything else about her. Yes, Dree went on and said what she said about Shakira, and after that she was done. It was a done deal, and then we went back to, bone carrying and this, that, and the third. And then we went on to another topic and another topic. And this is what I'm saying. Like, people always say that they don't want the drama. People always say, like, oh, they so quick to call a person a bully, or call a oh, girl, don't worry about them, they jealous. We don't know you. Well, I can't speak for them, but I'm pretty much, they feel the same way. Like, we don't know these people in real life. We don't know what other people got. How could you be jealous of a person you do not know? You have to be a very low vibrating, low self-esteem, low self-aware person to actually sit up there and get mad at a person that you do not know, that you never been on the phone with, that you never went out and had any social interaction with, over the phone, internet, public, or otherwise, like, period. So, like, that's crazy. And then on top of that, the one thing that I seen, somebody in there, I think his name was Jonathan, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll put the screenshot in the video. He said, oh, that's Mona people. He made a reference to Mona. In regards to that, he made a reference to Mona and we being Mona people and stuff like that. So while Mo, the young lady Mo, was coming and saying that, oh, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna see what's going on. The first thing she came in there, oh, I'm coming in here, I don't want to smoke, this, that, and the third, and she's a mod for Beauty by Joyce. Now, shout outs and big ups to Beauty by Joyce. I love your content. I love the way you do your makeup. I love your realness, and I've never had an issue with you. I love your platform, period. It doesn't matter if it's that channel or if it's your other channel. I love both of them equally. So, by that being said, we're moving on. So, then it was like, okay, I spoke to this girl. She told them to block me, because after they blocked me, the last message that I was able to send, was, let's be clear, we're not Mona's people. And then I got blocked. I wasn't able to, respond or comment no more. So I left Beauty by Joyce's, when I left Beauty by Joyce's, Mo had came in there, and you'll see from the screenshots. I was already commenting in the chat before she came over there. She talking about, oh, and you said, no, you came in, you saw my comment afterwards. And let me clarify that as well. I was not saying that any of Beauty by Joyce's mods was saying that they was Mona's people and this, that, and the third. I was referring to the fact that y'all are so gun-ho to take up for this girl, maybe because y'all know her a little bit more better than we do, and you're not seeing all sides of the story. That's the only time I refer to the mods, and if I miswrote that or you mistook that, then I apologize. And I'm woman enough to say that I apologize for that. That's no problem. But what you did, and this is where your story really don't make sense. You said, you came over in the Goddess chat. You said, well, I don't have the full understanding. And then you had dialogue between you and Distinctly Dree. But when I spoke to you, you didn't even speak to me. And the only thing that I was saying in Beauty by Joyce's chat was that Shakira was lying. We're not Mona's people. Responded to the gentleman, Jonathan. It looked like a gentleman. Well, anyway, it had the thumbnail of a gentleman. If it's not a gentleman, then oh well. But yeah, basically, I spoke to you even when you was in Goddess chat. I gave you respect. I spoke to you, and this, that, and the third, and you didn't respond to me at all. Just like Shakira did to Dree. I spoke to you. I'm put it in the video so you'll see I spoke to you, darling. So it wasn't really no reason for you to be like, oh, she going over there and say that. You saw what I wrote, and then you ran right back over there before Joyce's live ended when Toonami came in and Skits came in, and they was talking about. But this is the thing about Skits and Nami. This is the side note, and I want to make this very clear. Now, it was a week or so ago that we were doing a live, and we extended the olive branch to Sweet Ma, Lucretia, April Walker, and everybody else that we had an issue with, including me, Toonami, and Skits. We extended the olive branch to all of them, and we told them to call, come in. You know, she dropped the email. You know, you can talk and this, that, and the third. They chose not to do that, but Skits and Toonami was right on the money. They come up in the chat, oh yeah, Miss Joyce, I've always been subscribed to you, but I never chatted. So all the times that you never chatted, all of a sudden you want to chat. And all of a sudden it just so happens to be when some stuff is going down with Goddess. And all of a sudden it's because Shakira got a beef with her, and now you caping and loving on Shakira. Like, come on, yo. You was a grown ass woman with pencil drawn in eyebrows. Toonami. And Skits, you just rah all the time. You don't never listen to nobody. You don't want to make no. See, this is my point. Y'all don't want to make a truce with it, but an olive branch was extended to both of y'all as women. Not on no beef, not on no pettiness, not on no get back to Mona, but on some straight, genuine, no crabs in the barrel, women shit. And you chose to take your time to actually finally speak in Mrs. Joyce live, to actually come in and put and drop little tea and this, that, and the third, and this and all this. Well, if you don't fuck with her, if you don't fuck with all this, and you don't this, that, and the third, and you also said in the chat that you be watching for what? If you don't like us, or you don't like Goddess, and you don't fuck with her, then why is you watching then? That's what I don't understand. But yeah, you so proudly got in there to get your little jabs to kick a person when you think that they down, to say, oh yeah, and you know Mona, you know she's not she didn't she got what you call monetized too. Well, if you want to tell that, then you need to tell this. You need to tell how Mona got 2 strikes against her, and her 3rd strike is pending, and if her 3rd strike is gone and it go through, her fucking channel was gone. Oh, you need to spill that tea too. If you're going to spill Goddess's tea, yeah, it's true. Mona was on some old petty shit and got her channel flagged for 30 days, and she will be monetized again in 30 days. Let's be clear. And you know, but she still go live. She's still creating content, regardless of her not being monetized at all, or regardless. But you just did that because you want this. You want the so-called dig the virtual knife in her back a little bit deeper. But if you're gonna spill tea on your homegirl. And that's the reason why Mona ain't going live, because Leah put a strike against her ass, and Goddess put a strike against her ass, and she just got another strike put against her ass against Leah, which makes 3 strikes, you're out. And if they approve that, her channel is done. So if you're going to spill tea, sis, make sure you spill all the tea. Don't just dig the knife in one person's back and not turn around and do it equally to another person that said that you needed a $600 phone bill that you claimed that never paid you, only but what, $175 or something like that. So if you're going to tell something to Nami and Skits, tell that. Tell all the tea. But you don't like nobody, but you be watching. Girl, bye. Anyway, like I said, I didn't plan on making this video, but I feel as though if you're going to be a content creator and you have the little ruffle of the feathers with Mars and other stuff, and you're trying to be respectful and stuff, people tend to misconstrue it. Like I said to Mo, if I misunderstood, if you misunderstood or I miswrote it, that was not my intention, and I'm telling you that. And I hope Beauty by Joyce see this. Matter of fact, I'm going to tag her in this video. And Beauty by Joyce, like I said, the utmost respect and love to you and your platform. It was never on no beef. It was never on no disrespect. When I came to your chat, I came to your chat with respect, and I came with your to your chat with love, and it was never on no beefing or trolling and what nobody trying to find Shakira and stuff like that. Shakira just needs to stop playing the victim. If she has an issue, she needs to take that up with Dree. Don't group Goddess in it because you have a problem with Dree, because you don't want to confront Dree, and then you sitting there and you all in your feelings for what? Because somebody asked you a question and they got mad. Yeah, Dree may have been wrong or may not have been wrong for blocking you. I don't know if she blocked you or she just removed you, but I think she blocked you because after everything was said and done, you started going on this campaign like, oh, they're stalking me, they're following me, oh my god, they ambushed me. Ain't no fucking body ambush you. Ain't nobody ambush you. I never said nothing to you, sis. Leah never said nothing to you, sis. Goddess never said nothing to you in regards to that. So come on, what is you really doing out here? But anyway, I'm about to drop these fucking receipts in the chat. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please, as always, as I say, I am humble and grateful for each and every one of you that have looked at my videos and that have subscribed to my channel and that have left comments, regardless if they be good or negative. I am appreciative of all. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. If you're interested in helping my channel grow, information and email address is in the description. So, with that being said, I am Madam 81. Peace and deuces. Also, I'm going to do a poll to see like names for my channel and stuff like that, and I'll explain all that stuff later. But take care of you guys. I am going to go lay up underneath my husband and be done with this. If you have a concern, if you want to address me, my email is in the description. Please do not hesitate to email me and contact me. If we're going to be on some grown woman, we're going to be on some grown woman. My email's in the description. Holla at me. Anybody. So, alright guys, thank you.